Justin here with Spikes and Gills. I don't need to whisper. So I'm in an area where I killed turkey during turkey season here in Maine, and where I killed deer during deer season in Maine. This field you see around me on Halloween day, I was in my tree stand back here. That day, that marked the only time I ever sat in that stand behind me, about 80 yards behind me. I'm going to go to the stand here in a moment. You'll see the whole setup. But here in this field, while in that stand on Halloween day, I heard a grunt from a buck. And I quickly stood up in the stand, turned on all my video cameras, got my bow ready, and I hear another grunt. And then moments later, I see a doe run off over this way. And behind her was the buck that I called Shorty, right behind her in tow with his head down and grunting almost every step, chasing that doe. And I hear another grunt, and he comes back after this doe over here. And then moments later, moments after that, I see them, the doe, this other doe that was over here, run back to the doe it was with to begin with. Shorty's behind them. They're heading over my shoulder, my left shoulder here, this way. They're going through the little narrow opening in the field. The woods kind of open up back here, like it creates like a little pinch point, little bottleneck area right back here. They're heading that way. But for some odd reason, Shorty decided to run to my kind of gallop. He didn't run. He kind of just bounded off, like gallop, about like this, about that fast. He bounded off over here to my right into the woods, out of sight. And I could hear the red squirrels going bazonkers. I knew he was still close by because those red squirrels were just chatter. They were going nuts in there. And I kept hearing sounds. What I believe to be Shorty rubbing trees maybe, or making a scrape. I need to back up here for a moment to explain why I call this buck Shorty. Last year at 2.5 years old, he had barely like a 1.5 inch points, and he was only an 8-pointer at 2 years old. This year at 3.5 years old, he grew like a couple extra inches on his points, or at least another good 1.5 inches. So his points became like 4 to 5 inches long instead of only 2 inches long last year. And he grew a 9th point, and he grew wider, probably 2 inches wider. Last year, he might have been 14, 15 inches wide. This year, he was 17 inches wide. And he weighed over 200 pounds field dressed. He was a 202.47 pound field dressed Maine bow buck that I got on Halloween day out of this stand 80 yards behind me. We gotta go check that stand out. So he run right through here. So Shorty come out of here somewhere. What are you seeing? Huh. Let's move it over. So Shorty come out of these woods, or he come out of somewhere over here. And actually I saw him come from this direction, chasing those does. When I heard the grunt, I heard it come from over here. So I think he crossed the dirt road down there. There's a major deer crossing that comes out into these woods over here and into this field. And I heard a grunt out here, and then the doe bounded, and then Shorty right in tow. And I was watching all of this from the stand, just 80 yards this way. Yeah, so I heard that buck's grunt somewhere out here. And that was exciting. I got a late start on Halloween day. I had to go trick-or-treating down Main Street with my son Bryson. I get home from trick-or-treating with my son. There was an 1.5 hours of daylight left in the day. And I told Bryson, Daddy's going hunting. I quickly just grabbed the camo jacket off the coat rack. I was still in my blue jeans. I just threw on any camo jacket I had. We did manage to throw on my Spikes and Gills camo hunting hat. And I pull up into my hunting area, and there was does watching me. These does did not run away. They watched me park, watched me get out. Oh, there's a buck right here. Guys, we got a spike buck right here. We have a buck right here. He's right there. We got a buck. Spike buck. Buck there. He's wondering what's going on. My stand is right there. There's my stand. And there's the buck. Just a spike. Spike buck. Yeah. That's the one I saw earlier, I believe. Oh, wait, no, he's the taller one. What's he doing? Move forward a little bit. He's just staring. I think he was bedded right there. Spike buck. Be a good first buck for Bryson. We're going to go after him the day after Thanksgiving. Here's his tracks right here. Nice spike buck. Oh, hitting that branch. Oh, he's eating. Not acting too scared. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Oh, he's making a rub. He's hitting a licking branch. Oh, crap. I just lost. There he is. He's right there. I gotta grab my thing. Where is it? Where the heck did it go? There we go. Yeah, he's right there. Nice spike buck. I think he'll be right here for hunting for when Bryson comes out. So my stand's right here. goes walking away. Yeah, we're stalking the buck. So there's my tree stand. My buck come out of the woods right here, guys. My buck come out of there. See this blowdown? My buck come out of there. I called him in. He come out of the woods right here. I saw him coming. He stood broadside right here. And I saw him out of that stand come out of the woods right here. And he walked right up this run. Oh, there goes that buck. He walked right up here. He walked right straight to me. Oh, there he goes. That buck's taking off. Now he's on a mission. Oh, there he goes, right out there. There he goes. Yeah, he'll be a great first buck for Bryson. Yeah, he's taking off, heading that way. So my buck, how cool was that, everybody? I come up here to my stand, and there was a spike buck standing to the right of it. That buck was standing almost exactly where Shorty was standing when I shot him with my bow. Shorty come out of the woods right here, right out of here, right there. He come out about, probably 50 yards in front of the stand. He showed up. Right. Or maybe he was way up there. He might have come. Well, he might not have come out right there. Yeah, he come. So he come right down the pipe right here. And walked right to the stand. I was up there, about 15 feet up in that tree stand. I had to stay still. Luckily, I got all the cameras on, and I was able to film him coming in and be able to film the kill shot right there. But he stood about right here. He stood about right here. And stood, and he was listening. His ears were going. He was looking and listening. Kind of, he looked this way, back this way, and his ears were going. And I was just standing there in the stand, just trying to freeze, just watching, just waiting for him to walk forward. And he continued on. He kept walking. At this point, he's only like 5 steps from the base of my tree stand. And then he turned. There's a little deer run right here. The deer trail comes, the same trail that spike buck was on. And he's walking off that way right now. So that spike buck was standing exactly on the trail that my buck was standing on Halloween day. And he's standing about right here. So he was standing right here. I drew my bow at this point. There's the stand. So I'm standing up there. And I draw my bow. He's 10 yards from the stand. And I draw my bow. And he's standing right here. And whack! I hit him. I get a nice, the arrow went in high, got liver and double lung. He was quartering hard. I aimed a 10-yard pin for the last rib, I knew to aim high enough so the arrow went in and got vitals. If the arrow went too low at that distance, that steep, sharp of a distance, the arrow wouldn't have got much for vitals. It could have been a low hit and got too much white hair. The buck probably could have ran on forever. I could have ran the risk of losing that buck if the arrow didn't go high enough to get all the vitals. And he only ran about from this point, as the crow flies, barely 60, 80 yards, somewhere between the 60, 80 yard range. He died right in there in the woods, right. He ran up through here. He tripped my trail camera on the tree over this way. I have a mock licking branch, a scent dripper, and a mock scrape and mock licking branch right over here, 30 yards away with a trail camera. He tripped that camera as he ran this way and went into the woods and died right over here. Yeah, so I set that mock scrape out, the mock licking branch with the scent dripper, the Magnum scent dripper from Deer and Deer Hunter Specialties. Does and bucks have been hitting that mock licking branch. All the video I'm getting off that trail camera and all the B-roll shots I've been collecting is an ongoing video project for YouTube. I'm going to have a string of series of like 3+ videos about buck and doe about year-round licking branches that does and bucks use as like a communication branch. It's almost like having a cell phone for deer. It's no different than us humans having these cell phones. That licking branch is a communication device for the whitetail deer. Does and bucks alike will lick and rub that with their heads. They don't scrape the ground year-round. That scraping on the ground behavior is like in a narrow 10-day window area in the pre-rut leading up to the peak rut of the time of year. The bucks, they'll paw the ground in frustration. They'll be like them shadow scrapes, the scrapes that they don't revisit. They just do out of sexual frustration. But these licking branches, they have licking branches they use year-round. I've got a real live natural licking branch that does and bucks are hitting. I've got video and trail cam pictures of them hitting that. That's a couple 100 yards to my left. I put a mock scrape in my own mock licking branch over here that the does and bucks have been hitting steadily in daytime and nighttime. And this is just an ongoing project. It's about the scraping behavior and licking branch behavior that I'm putting together. I'm researching it, listening to podcasts, reading up on it, watching videos about it, and I'm getting my own data. I'm putting it all together in a series of videos for all of you this next calendar year. It's just an ongoing project for YouTube, which is really cool. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, so that mock scrape licking branch is 30 yards away from this stand that I shot my 200-pound 9-pointer out of right here, 10 yards away. Let's go to the stand. How neat is that? That spike buck. That buck was right here, 10 yards from the stand, right when I came in. That's awesome. Here's the stand. All right, let's go. We might see that buck. That buck's right over there somewhere. He went right in there somewhere. We're gonna go after him, me and Bryson, next week. So Bryson can get his first buck. Look how neat it is out here. So we have this old cutting. Here's the bow hanger, camera arm for the camera, for one of the cameras. So here I am in the stand, 10 steps away, just 10 yards away. He was standing right there. Boom! Shot him right there. Real easy shot. 10-yard shot with a bow. And he ran that way and hooked right. And he died maybe 60 to 80 yards away in the woods right there. So my buck came out of the woods Up ahead. Yeah, no, he did not come out right there. That's where I thought he came out. He came out right up there. Or was it right there? Somewhere right. Yeah. No, I saw his head right there. And I seen his tracks. So we got this little overhanging tree here. Where that blowdown is, a dead tree laying down, he came out of the woods right to the right of it. Stepped over a log there. And he stood broadside about 40 yards away. I figured like a 40-yard shot. I almost drew my bow and took a shot at him while he stood there for several moments. And then he turned my way and come right down the pipe straight in front of me, and he stopped right here, looking and listening, angling his ears different directions, just looking out into the cut. He was looking out here listening. And then he finally decided to walk on and turn right. As he started to walk up the deer trail right between these two trees right here, I drew my bow, and he heard me draw my bow. That stopped him, and it allowed me to take a standing still shot at 10 yards, and I made a perfect shot. And I got liver in both lungs, and he didn't go far. Let's go check out that mock licking branch, mock scrape, and the trail camera. Let's go talk about that. Yeah, so... yeah, that spike buck he was literally standing right where I shot my big 200-pounder. And he walked up this way. Oh, there's deer. Oh. There's a chase. We got something going on. I think we got a buck chasing a doe in there. You can hear him. I think there's a buck chasing a doe right in here to my left. Or it's that buck running off. Maybe he had enough and he took off. There's something going on in there. All kinds of loud commotion going on. It almost sounded like that buck was chasing a doe in there. They might be. He's right there somewhere. Pretty neat. This would be, there's this spike buck and another one. Any one of them would be a great first buck for my son. I'm going to take him out hunting next week with his new rifle. We're going to go and see if we can get him his first buck. Yeah, let's get down. Go check out this mock scrape licking branch that I set up. It's been very, very active. I believe this spike buck probably hit that area. I probably have a picture of him on that trail camera. He probably hit that licking branch, that mock licking branch. Most likely. There's something in there. I heard some thrashing and breaking of sticks and branches in there. There's either a chase going on or I spooked them. One of the two. Let's see if I can get down without killing myself yet. Alright, let's go check out the mock scrape. I don't mind disturbing the area because I'm tagged out. I got my big trouble here. My nose is running. So we found blood on this grassy stuff here. We found first blood right here. First blood was right on this grass. So he was shot right here. Shot out of that stand. Boom, right there. And we found blood a few yards away on this brown grassy stuff. And then he ran through here. Oh, this trail is extremely active still. That spike buck was on in here. Yeah. So, Oh, we got a trail going right through there. Ooh, the ground is pawed up. So here I've got a trail camera, and right in front of it, on this heavily traveled deer run, is a mock scrape and my mock licking branch with a scent dripper. I need to take that down actually, but I'm gonna do that here. Yeah, so we got a Hunter Specialties mock scrape kit with a hanger for the branches, and then the Magnum. No, it's from Wildlife Research Center. Sorry, the Magnum scent dripper. A branch to hold the dripper about head high, about 6 feet up, and a licking branch that's deer level, about eye level for the deer. Does and bucks have come in here, and they're hitting this, rubbing this, and licking it. They've been pawing the ground. Look at all the deer tracks in there. Looks like one peed right there. There's a damp spot right there. I think one peed. That spike buck may have peed right here. I probably have video and picture of that spike buck hitting this licking branch and pawing the ground and peeing on his hawk's tarsal glands. Moments before he walked this way. Before he walked up to my stand right there. And then he went this way. Over into there. I'm going to get out of here. I don't want to disturb this too much. I'll come and get that at a later time. Because this mock scrape and mock licking branch combo here has been extremely active in the last couple of weeks. So we're going to leave it alone. I've already got human scent everywhere now. And there's the trail camera. I just tripped it. Took pictures of it, of myself. Oh. Was that a... I may have heard a bleat. I might have just heard the estrus bleat from a doe. Some grunting. I think we ought to... I don't know, I've been live long enough. I don't want to be live any longer than a half hour. But I'm going to poke around over here. I'm going to go see if I can't get on this buck and a doe, see if this buck is with a doe and chasing a doe around. I'm going to stop this live stream and go and see if I can't get that buck back on camera, and maybe with a doe chasing a doe around. I can use that footage in a later video. But smash that like button for me, could you, before you guys go. Subscribe to Spikes and Gills if you're not already. Greatly appreciate the extra support, follow. I'd love to see this channel grow. I can't see it grow without your help and support, everybody. So subscribe to Spikes and Gills. Definitely smash that like button before you go. Greatly appreciate the extra support, follow. I wish all of you the best of luck out there this hunting season. Go get yourself a big one. All right, everybody. See you next time.